welcome back to day 2 at Goodwood Festival of Speed. I was here yesterday with BMW shooting some of their custom R18s. I'll link to that video in the description below if you didn't see it already. But today I'm here with Triumph, and the great thing is I actually get to ride. So I'm going up the hill twice, once on the Speed Triple 1200 RS, and then later I'm going on the Moto2 765 Daytona. What an experience, honestly. It's an incredible place, so much noise. As you can hear, the helicopters behind me, there's some proper loud cars, proper loud bikes, smoke from burnouts, all that kind of thing. It's just an amazing place to come to if you ever get the chance, and I feel very, very honoured to be able to ride here as well today. First up though, a bit about these two bikes. So the Moto2 Daytona, I mean, it's a special bike for a couple of reasons. Firstly, it's the closest thing you'll get to riding a Moto2 bike. Triumph supply the engines for that championship, and essentially that's what this is, a celebration of that relationship. I guess the other thing is that the Daytona was widely regarded as one of, if not the best super sport bikes. Super agile and sharp handling, and then in a sort of market where there's a lot of inline fours, you've got this triple cylinder engine that has a bit more meat and torque in the mid-range than those competitors. Now, super sports haven't been selling particularly well for quite a while now, and they've wound up the Daytona, and this is sort of a swan song. It went out with a bang in this incredible limited edition. 765 of them in Europe, 765 I think for the Americas, with a bit more of a red graphic on them, and it's just a beautiful looking thing with the carbon, the sort of natural carbon finish. I actually filmed this bike at the reveal for Bike World. I'll link to that in the description as well, where we went through the specs, and I believe I spoke to Stuart Wood, chief engineer at Triumph, interviewed him about this bike. Like I say, it's pretty much a race bike for the road, so top-notch Olin suspension, fully adjustable. It's all right. You got your Brembos at the front, obviously the 765 triple engine that you get in the Street Triple, but it's in a slightly different tune here. Plenty of power, plenty of mid-range, and then out through this Arrow exhaust, which sounds absolutely fantastic. As you can imagine, not the most comfortable bike I've ever ridden. You know, the bars are nice and low. I rode it actually at a dealer. They let me take one for 5 miles, because obviously with it being a limited edition, they didn't want to put loads of miles on it, but it was mainly like a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit, so that video never made the light of day, because it was proper boring watching me ride around on this at 30 mile an hour. So hopefully we'll get to give it a bit more of a flogging today up the hill. Sorry, mate. What was I saying? But yeah, sporty riding position, the clip, sporty ride, I've lost my train of thought now. A proper sporty riding position, clip-on bars, so you're really up and over it, and then it pitches up at the back. I think this tail section was specific to this Moto2 edition as well. Gives it a nice, sharp, single-seat look at the back. Beautiful bike, can't wait to ride it later. But earlier today, I've already been up the hill once on this Speed Triple 1200 RS. Now, it's a bike I've already reviewed on the channel. Again, links in the description to that video. It's an absolutely unbelievable bike, absolutely rapid, and a lot of fun to ride in a situation like this where you can open it up a bit. It's new for 2021, and I think the big story is that it's had a massive boost in peak power. So with Euro 5 emissions regulations at the moment, you're finding that a lot of the bikes that are updated for this year, they might get 2-3 more horsepower, but this got 30 more horsepower. It went from around 150 to nearly 180 horsepower, and that takes it from a sort of like mid-power sporty naked to within touching distance of the true super nakeds. You know, it's up there with the Super Duke and nearly there with the Street Fighter V4 from Ducati or the Kawasaki H2. Everything else is, you know, as you'd expect for a bike of this caliber. Top-notch, fully adjustable suspension. You've got the Brembos at the front there, and a bit more in terms of electronics than the Daytona. That's quite a simple bike. This has the lean-sensitive rider aids and all those sorts of things, and phone connectivity in the dash. It's really a flagship bike for Triumph. I've got to say as well, it's one of my favourite looking sporty naked bikes. It does it in a sort of refined, stealthy way. It's not brash and super colourful and super angular. It's a nice thing to look at, and I think it's a sort of more, refined take on the sports naked formula. Anyway, I think it's time to show you a bit of the riding footage from earlier today, and then we'll jump ahead to the Moto2 bike, which I can't wait to get out on that in a bit. I think that was a Lamborghini that just went up. They just used a sound meter on it, and it registered 131 dBs. This is awesome, honestly. Wow. Booster in front of me. All good? Yeah, yeah. Wow. I have no idea where this track goes. I'm just taking it easy and enjoying myself. I don't want a face full of hay though. I was sort of intending to say something about the bike while I was riding up, but no, it was all too short. It was a lot of fun though. I sort of got an idea of where the long straights are now for the Moto2 bike later. Bike this thing is, it's absolutely awesome. It feels a bit more like exhilarating than the Speed Triple to me. I don't know, it just feels more raw. I'm terrible though, look at this cornering. Woo-hoo! What a brilliant day, honestly. I'm suing Thornton 100 for a new pair of ears. It's the best way for me to make exciting motorcycle videos is just ride behind Chris Northover. Can ride a bit. Oh, that was sick. Anyway, a massive thank you to Triumph for inviting me down today to ride these bikes. What an absolute honour, and it's been an incredible experience. If you're ever thinking of coming down to Goodwood one year, I can't recommend it enough. And also, if you're ever thinking of, well, these are probably sold out now, but if you're ever thinking of demoing a Speed Triple, then wholeheartedly recommend that as well. All right, perfect.
Traffic?
Yeah, yeah.